Hey, we're live. We're doing it. This is 2 podcasts in one day. It's almost like we think people watch. It's fun. Patreon exclusive. We have comedian Mike Massaro with us. And I apologize to you. I know you don't listen to Rock 102 in Springfield, but on Thursday, it was really Friday. I had to record on Thursday. Pretended I was on Friday. I was just tired from work, and they're like, "Who else is on the show with you this weekend?" I'm like, "Hi, Timbro and Mike." And I wanted to call you Mataro, but it said nothing. And I go, "I'll get back to you." And then we did more of the interview. Then I stopped and went, "Mike Mataro." It's like, "Bob, in my head." So it's like, no one listens, but one person goes, "Yeah, a guy almost mentioned you on the air." That was me. But Mike's hosting the show this weekend. He did a great job. He made 17 people feel like 18 people. It was an amazing job what he did. And then Bobby made him feel like 15. But it was fine because three of them he did not treat like people. 3 of them he treated like sexual objects. There was one fat old lady, there was one young girl he liked, and then there was a trans man. And all 3 of them were going to be experiencing Bobby.
I like to think they all experienced me that. I'm a serial experiencer.
I like to feel like they didn't experience you. Just like, once again, sharing the same hotel room. I would have been so pissed if I looked over and just watched 2 furry Manji just going at it.
I was going to shoot my shot at that happening tonight before you provided some pertinent information in the podcast. You're like,
but baby, even better when you shoot your shot into that old lady, nothing would happen.
no.
She's dead inside. So that'd be perfect.
If anything, too, I'm dead inside.
Yeah, all that would have happened though is that maybe if she has the disease, the stem cells inside would have built that up and made them stronger. So you might like help regenerate a kidney or something that she sold in the war a long time ago. And for somebody going, well, Pat, some old people are attractive. Not these at all. These were gross.
She was into it.
She's into whatever is being offered to that woman.
It's her birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy 69th birthday to that gross ass lady. It was great. It was like if the throw mama from the train lady got thrown from the train, it looked bad afterwards. You guys don't know who that is. She was also the Mama Fratelli from the Goonies. If you don't know who either one of those 2 are, I'm older than you, and fuck you.
Kish is laughing. The issue is, do you think your husband would fight back? At a certain point, you just got to be like, hey, good for you.
Hey, fight back?
You bagged a 37-year-old, or 37 years younger than you person.
No, but okay, I guess to be clear, what is he fighting?
Nothing. You think he'd be mad? He couldn't even be
mad. I thought in the scenario you were like holding her down and doing, like, you think he'd fight back like, are you raping her? It depends who you attack first. Which one do you think will put up a struggle? I don't need a fight right now.
Certainly not that borderline trans pedophile that we talked about.
Oh, a BTP. All you got to do is acronym it, and then they got their own group, and it's fantastic. Good. All right. So, Mike, how up to date are you on the works of Sean Diddy Combs?
I mean, what are you talking about? Like his music or?
No. His inspiration.
Yeah, I've heard some things.
Yeah, he's been diddying his way to a lot of people, and now it's starting to hit really legal stuff and money stuff. Sean Diddy Combs dropped by powerful New York City law firm, but not because of Lady Gaga. Because Lady Gaga kind of came out and said, "This motherfucker's in the same league with me. I don't want him there." They're saying that's not why we did it. That's absolutely why they
He got
did it.
dropped by his law.
She was like, "Excuse me, that is a bad romance."
Yeah. Well, then he responded with, "Bah, boom, bah, bah, boom, bah, boom, bah, bah." That's how he talked back to him.
She's like, "I said little monsters. This is not what I meant."
By the way, if you're gonna at one point in your life wear a suit of meat, shut the fuck up. I know that was a long time ago, but you can't wear a suit of meat and now people they can't fuck a guy. Like, it's like, yeah, maybe it was against their will, but that meat didn't want to be worn either. You guys remember the time where?
Oh, I remember.
Oh yeah.
Was she trying to tell us she's a lizard person?
Like she's stuck in lizards wear meat.
No, but she's stuck in a meat suit.
Oh, possibly. I thought she was just hungry.
Dude, that'd be great. She's sitting next to the King of Queens. He's like, fry that up.
Or she was going to a barbecue and she's like, I want these people to like me. They might think I'm racist. If I wear ribs, they'll think I'm great. Welcome to Powerhouse Manhattan law firm Grubman, Shire, Melanson, and Sachs which reps most heavy hitters in the music industry, has kicked renegade rapper Sean Diddy Combs to the curb.
He's a motherfucking renegade?
How did like Roman be the first name partner?
Because
It seems like a bad idea.
no, that seems amazing. Because if you're poor and you're like, you see like Shire, you're like, I can't do that. But if Grubman's there, you're like, Grubman will represent me. I need Grubman.
Grubman. I thought it was Grab Men. So this one's on me, guys. One more shot.
There's always a sax.
Sax, yeah.
Yeah, there's always a sax. But by the way, that's the perfect lawyer name. You're gonna get the sax of money. It's really good. You don't want SAX, you want like saxophone.
I could see that billboard, just him standing there holding like this.
Sax on sax and his son.
Did you get hit by an ambulance?
Do you want to?
Yeah.
Yeah, Sax is like, I'll help you. And Grubman goes, I'll hit you. Like, what the fuck, Grubman? You know?
Ironically, Sax is what got Diddy in all this trouble.
Sax, yes. However, the decision was not the result of an ultimatum posted to, by the way, we don't call them Grubman, whatever, GSMS superstar client Lady Gaga, as was previously reported. The decision to part ways with Mr. Combs was proactively made by the partners of the firm a number of months ago, as they felt it was the right thing to do, a spokesperson for them said. New Nation's Paula Froelich said Saturday that Lady Gaga told the firm to either drop Combs, who's facing mounting sexual assault allegations. I think mounting's fun. That's how you get top of them. Or she would walk away. Ooh. I'm sorry, but like, how much Lady Gaga business are they
Yeah, I
really
was just gonna say, who? Like, I mean, it seems like they got a lot of criminal work with Diddy. Like, why would you?
I don't think they're that kind of law firm. I think they're doing mostly contracts and things of that nature. But Lady Gaga just did some fucking Ozempic based fucking ad that's all over YouTube and shit. She's not getting. It's not.
It's gonna get sued.
Yeah.
In the future.
I guess, but it's weird that she's like. I like it when celebrity people who are nuts make stands about other people. It's like she's like, I won't even tell you what sex I am, but I know that black and gay is wrong because that's all Diddy was doing, being black and gay. That's it. Yeah. I mean, okay. Well,
Bieber was young.
raping was happening. It's all alleged. The rape. All we do know is that dudes would go there, play some naked basketball. But listen, it gets hot sometimes. You play some naked basketball, and then maybe you go to a room and have some sex. Bieber did not have sex with Diddy. Bieber had sex with who the fuck was it?
Odell Beckham Jr.
No, Odell Beckham Jr. Yeah, the football player.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
Both
my
of them
God.
knew each other, but Diddy had provided the place for them to do that, which is nice of him.
So Diddy's just a cock broker. He's
Yeah,
just trying to. Okay.
He's
Hey,
from.
what's wrong with that?
I don't know.
Some say pimp, but I think that that's providing a service to willing participants, maybe.
Craziest part about that situation, poor little Bieber almost got away, and Beckham reached back with one hand.
We talked about that relationship on a different podcast one time, and I think I do understand why a lot of the thug rappers, and Bobby explained it to me, too, like their street cred would be destroyed. Because I'm like, oh, in this day and age, you want to be gay, that gets you more followers if you're white. But if you're a black thug guy, that's one thing. Bieber is not black nor a thug.
No.
Bieber's audience, the women would actually be more into it anyway. Like, oh, if he's bisexual, then wow, that's great. Gay men would like him way more anyway. Odell Beckham Jr. was the gayest football player I've ever seen. He was fancy. He had colorful hair. He went to the Met Gala all the time. He really leans into that. Yeah, he was all about fashion and shit. He was on GQ magazine. That guy was all about being a fancy little boy.
And there are legitimately gay football players, which he is gay.
I don't know if there's any legitimate gay football.
Yeah, Tom Brady. You know what he did to that son?
He doesn't play anymore.
You saw what he did to his son.
Okay. I do talk about this on my act. I didn't think we get into it here. Gay and incest are different things.
Oh, hell
I'm going to spoil my joke. Anyway, the report of the decision was the result of that. It wasn't that. According to the report, an insider told the outlet that the Poker Face singer, I love that the New York Post always reminds you in case you're not reading. Like, Lady Gaga, who would that be? Poker Face. Now I get it.
Diddy
Yeah, I didn't realize you sang that song. Singer said that she was leaving the firm. They didn't drop it. But a source who knows the singer told Page the combo never happened. So no, not only are they saying it wasn't because of her, they're just saying no, it didn't happen. So just someone did a fake story where they're like, let's just say Lady Gaga said this. They're like, why would they do that?
Dude, that's us. We put out that fake story.
And you go, I deliver the real fucking news. So this law firm dropped the rapper at least 8 weeks ago due to the assault allegations, sources told Page 6. He was the law firm's client for more than 20 years. He was buzzed with legendary lawyer Alan Grubman. the legend, Alan Grubman. How fucking dare you bury the name of the great and powerful Alan Grubman? Wasn't he the guy who played Snape in fucking Harry Potter? That was his name. That was Rickman. Fuck you. Anyway, even though the stop by his Hampton days before the locals fall from grace, maybe Alan Grubman slept with some people there too. And they were like, dude, we gotta attach. He was going to the lair. And they were banging in the lair.
He brought Odell Beckham Jr. over to the farm.
Yeah. He actually at one point brought over Odell Beckham Sr. Well, that was even worse.
If you follow Diddy's chain of allegations all the way to the snake or the mouth of the snake, it goes back to the original Jewish lawyer he signed a contract with when he left his original record label. So like there's a good chance that the pedophilia not only came from Diddy, but is bred through this legal company.
Oh, you mean Moikel Wittgenstein?
Allegedly.
He's going that really. That's him.
The guy he originally signed with, they had proof he did bad things. So like, it's possible that the whole firm might go down because of this.
They might. Well, guess who else went down? Everybody on Diddy.
Especially with Justin Bieber.
The firms. We got to mention Justin Bieber for no reason. He's not in the story. The firm's biggest fear.
And I was like, baby, no.
The firm's biggest fear was that a Gaga goodbye would trigger a race to the exits by other boldface artists. And dispatch said, boldface, you're not allowed to do that anymore. Grubman, a founder of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Okay, Grubman's doing a lot. Grubman did you shit on it. How dare you?
I didn't know that he found.
I'm gonna get a Grubman poster. Becoming the first practicing lawyer to be inducted in
He's inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall
in
of Fame?
2022. Alex Grubman was put into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's such a fucking lawyer move to found the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They're like, well, I mean, I might as well be in it.
I mean,
if anyone's going to be in it, I, Alan Grubman, should be in the Rock and Roll Hall
I mean,
of
you think
Fame.
Willie Nelson's going to be in it. That's not even rock and roll. You know what is rock and roll? Suing people.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is Naismith in the Basketball Hall of Fame. Yes, okay. No further questions.
Well, he created basketball. If Grubman created music, then I would.
Grubman probably does a lot of cocaine. I think that's his into the Rock and Roll Hall
Grubman
of
does
Fame.
so much cocaine, but not on the set.
Just not.
I would, but I can't see. Someone turn on the lights. So Grubman. I feel like he calls himself Grubman.
Yeah.
The G-Man.
Someone get me a black penis so I can see without my lights on.
Worst job ever. Guy who has to get the black penis.
Paralegal. He just goes out here and he's like, "Excuse me, sir, do you rap? Would you like a rap?"
I'm not gonna lie. I think I was way too old. I was definitely early age teenager when I found out paralegal didn't mean a lawyer who wasn't paralyzed. I really thought it was just why they gotta bring it up. It's like, he can do his job instead of wheelchair. Like, okay, paralegal.
I always thought it was the official term for ambulance chaser. Like, you've been
Yeah,
paralyzed.
she would do that. Yeah. Past and present clients include Elton John, Barbra Streisand, Little Nas X, The Weeknd, Madonna, U2, and Drake. But they kept Drake?
It's a lot of gay.
Yeah.
You know what? All right, Elton John, yeah. Barbra Streisand, the hero of gay. Yeah. Little Nas X, super gay. The Weeknd, I think bisexual at least.
Yeah.
Madonna, yeah. U2, all of them? Hey, gay.
No, you too.
He just
And Drake, I don't know if he's gay, but he definitely, because he bangs
Oh,
women
yeah.
with hot sauce in the
He's
comments.
a pedophile.
Without a doubt. See, once again.
I like to say that list has more dykes than Holland.
This is the second podcast in a row that he needs to squeeze that joke. And he actually asked me earlier, do you think anyone's been doing this? Duncan Holland bits have been happening since the 70s.
The boy stuck his finger in the dike.
Yeah, but then you could use it to stay.
How do you know my tip?
Well, thinking everybody, you would.
I don't think anyone even says dyke anymore.
Then what do they say when they snap the football? Slut, dyke?
We're doing this podcast so you can get clips. So when Bobby keeps yelling out wild things, you and I have another conversation, and Bobby's like, speaking of that, the N-word.
Somebody's a little fired up. It's okay.
Combs has been a persona non. By the way, we also never spoken through a story. So my ADHD trying to get back to the right thing is insanity right now. Combs has been persona non grata ever since reports surfaced of an alleged twist in conduct. By the way, picture of Groban. Not.
Oh, yeah, I think that might be the dude.
He looks like the kind of guy who would induct himself into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
No, we do look.
Can I show them?
You can show it. I'll try to put it up too.
There he is, Jew. Anyway. That's all right, it's on the page. Not that it would have. I would have doubled down. Double Jew. Mayor Adams revoked Combs' key to New York City. I'm like, fucking key! Oh, no! That's the word. That's one of my favorite Eddie Murphy lines of all time. He got put into the March 20 award things when they nominated him. He goes, y'all take Bill Cosby's award away from this one too? He's like, you know it's bad when they take away your trophies. Adams revoked Combs' key to New York City less than 3 weeks after a shocking video leak of the rap mogul beating his ex. So at least that was one. Because if it was just for the allegations of the gay and the rape and all, they're not true yet, so you shouldn't take things away. But there was a video of you beating shit on somebody.
That's
No
right.
more keys. Yeah. That's fine. Unless there was Alicia keys. And then you're like, no keys twice. The black keys, which I guess they took away from him. Do you think he had the keys all the white stuff too? Or do you get the black keys in the city? Like, he can do Harlem. It's like, you can't do like the business.
You get the keys to everything above 125th.
Yes.
No, you keep it. I've already got keys to everything above 125th Street.
This is just a Porsche shack. Yeah, no, the key was returned. First of all, there's really a key. I thought it was like a metaphorical thing. Like, he really had to go, here you go, here's the key.
Key for you and for you and for you.
It's like when you move out of an apartment, like, please return the keys within 30 days or we're going to have a problem.
You break up with somebody and you have their house key, so you're going through your keys. It's not that fuck. I know I think you want me to leave. Let me just try it. So he's just doing that all over the place. Like, shit, this is Ohio. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's the one with all the diamonds and the seal on it? Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, can I keep this one? This is the Epstein's house. Okay.
I would think in a digital age, they'd have one little thing for my phone, but nope.
It's just Bob. The key was returned after Adams fired off the June 4th letter to Combs, according to Fabian Levy, deputy mayor for communications. It's not even the real mayor of communications, the deputy. Something you're going to grow up to be the real mayor of communications? Fabian.
No, you won't.
It's a mayor? There's a mayor of communications? I thought mayor was just the,
First of all,
the guy.
in Connecticut, I've been the mayor of communications for several years now. Combs also scrubbed his Instagram last week. Oh no. So who was the piece of shit in this story? Is it P. Diddy for having this downfall? When he started, he was a DJ, and then he did a wonderful thing where he took advantage of his friend's death, turned it into a giant career. They just steamrolled into that, used his name for years and years, used samples of him for fucking 3 or 4 albums, used all that stuff, moved on, stole some. Still, by the way, I don't even know, he still pays what's his name from Stays from the police for every year for using that song. Really? Every year it's like $2 million or something. So of course things like, yeah, you want more songs? Would you like message in a bottle? So is it P. Diddy for still having this fall from grace? This fall from grace, I don't think it's as big as the Cosby thing, because I think Cosby was more accepted and known. We do a thing on the show called the Grandma Test, where like if someone is really truly famous, your grandma would know who they are, at least heard of them. Yeah, your grandma knows Bill Cosby. Does your grandma know Diddy? Possibly, but really only because of this stuff happening now. She might, you named a song, she might go, okay, I remember that song, but not know him. So this fall from grace isn't as big, but it's still a crazy fall from grace. A guy we never really worried about. It was this, big time mogul and everything. Now just having to hand back trophies and shit. Is it Lady Gaga? Even if she didn't tell this place to get rid of her name is involved enough where something was said. She did something there, and mind your fucking business. There's nothing wrong with making a stance, but what is you making a stance doing? Are you doing this to get attention? Because it doesn't. Yeah, some people might go, "Thank God, Lady Gaga makes a stand," but Lady Gaga fans aren't fucking Diddy fans. They're not. I'm sorry. You might like a song or two, but they're not crossing over. You're not doing anything. Is it Grubman and Friends? That's what I'm calling them. It's fuck that. Once one guy's in the Hall of Fame, you guys like first, motherfucker. It's Grubman, then others. That's all. That step there for Grubman. For being in the fucking Rock and Roll, I don't know about anything else. For being in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, that is bullshit. It's the fact that you're the deputy mayor of communication. That's shitty. And the real mayor, tell that Shut the fuck up. You don't get to talk for me. Or is it all the people that couldn't just go have gay sex at home like everyone else? When you think to go to Diddy's house and gay fuck, there'd be no problem. Like I always say all the time, I never blame the drug dealer. I blame the people buying the drugs because I can have all the drugs in the world. If you don't buy them, then I can't be a bad guy. So Diddy can offer gay rape all day. If you don't go over basketball and gay rape, there is no gay rape. Who's a piece of shit? Buddy?
So for me, for starters, I'm putting aside the P. Diddy beating.
Yeah, we're not putting that.
Obviously, the
Awful, yeah.
But
or is that lady for not done? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
bitch, keep your hands up. No, I'm focusing on the specifically dropping P. Diddy from the label. Seems like for me, the piece of shit's Grubman. You've been involved in all the debauchery because of Diddy. Now you've had a lot of success outside of it, but let's be honest, he's had a pretty big impact on your career. Now that shit's hitting the fan, you cut and run. That's kind of spineless for me. So for me, that makes you a piece of shit. Like, yeah, Lady Gaga, keep your mouth shut, but she's kind of built an entire career off of social justice causes. So I'm not surprised she's leaning into that now. It's like, oh, opportunity arises.
I mean, I'll guarantee Hypnotize itself paid for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? The money he made off one or two albums did all that.
To not have his back in that moment's kind of shitty. Like, even though he might, let's say he's 100% guilty, everything's true, all the allegations. Help your boy out. You know what I mean? Like, so far we haven't heard about kids. Like, he's better off than that. You know what I mean? Like, they're he hasn't murdered anybody other than arguably.
The bright side is no kids who talked. Like,
I gotta agree. I think it's Grubman. The other thing with lawyers too is like, I mean, your job is to be the yes man for pieces of shit. You know, like it's like your job is to like nobody who's going to lawyers at that level is doing so because they're like, oh man, I got injured at work and I'm having a tough time adjusting. It's like, no, I want to fuck this guy that I don't like and I want to use the legal system to do it. So to cut and run on someone that you represent is shitty. And not only that, it's going to send a message to all your other clients too that hey, if shit gets bad, I'm not going to be the one who's here to back you up, which is kind of what you want from your fucking lawyer. Like, you pay them millions of dollars, especially at that level. That's fucking crazy. Also, I always have a disdain for rich people that try to use their wealth. And it's not like wealth that he attained through talent. It's wealth that he attained by becoming a lawyer and, muscling people. Like, I always have a disdain for people who do that and then try to make themselves cool by association. Yeah, which is exactly what he's tried to do, and that's just the lamest thing he can do. So fuck.
And I think that's why, to me, he is not the piece of shit, because he's being a shiesty Jewish lawyer. He's doing everything he's supposed to do, and when times get bad, you run. There's a reason. Everyone keeps going, why did they build those tunnels in New York? Here's why. So the Jews and lawyers can escape when times get tough with celebrities. So yeah, he's supposed to do that. What, he's supposed to be there? Yeah, until he can't fix it. The guy has tons of money. He built the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know how many secrets and stories this man has hidden? So if this got so bad that he can't fix it, he's got his drop. So he probably, I'm guaranteeing you, Michael Jackson's estate forever had to say, Lord, finally, when all the documentaries came out, the guy was like, I have to drop it. But all the allegations forever, he could handle that. He could fluff these. He could do whatever. There's a certain point where they're like, we're going to blow so much money, it hurts our firm. Right now, we'll lose other clients just because the Lady Gaga thing. In principle, they're going to say out loud, we're leaving you. They're probably saying, I'm not really going to leave. Hire another member. Hire another guy who's not this. I don't know if you're not from Connecticut, Bobby, but you might have heard the name, but Mike, in commercial, you might have seen this. There's a law firm called Marquis Salomone in Morelli. Okay. Do you know the story of that?
No.
Marquis Salomone is a lawyer who is a crooked guy. My ex-father-in-law was a big profile banker and worked with them. Marquis Salomone was a shitty, shyster fucking lawyer who got out of New England, was licensed in all the states, and then slowly lost all his licenses in all the states. And he wasn't allowed to perform most places, just in one place in Massachusetts for a while. So because of that, he took on Morelli. Morelli is the asterisk that's there because if you're in any other state, Morelli has to represent you, and Marquis Salomone can't. But Marquis Salomone's name is still there. But I said, well, then why would you take his name away and hide him, use it, but don't celebrate him? Because he's known as being such a cutthroat shyster that when they say in the commercial, let's settle this one, nobody wants to fuck with his nonsense. So he's the threat. and then there's the real lawyer. So he's like, but a little guy has a big brother, and the little guy, don't fuck with the little guy. Yeah, it looks like nothing around. He can't do shit. But here comes his fucking thug ass, crazy ass, I got a nice brother, and he's gonna fucking stab you. And that team has Marky Salomone. So Grubman is probably that kind of group. They probably do have guys that we didn't name. Or sacks. Maybe he puts them in body sacks. He gets rid of them. He's probably there to let those people handle certain things. But when they have to pull out, you have to pull that way. You have to change what you're doing. He's just not Diddy. Diddy's a piece of shit. Most big famous people are garbage. Most people, when they get power and they start calling them, the second you call yourself 8 different names, you change your name legally 3 different times. His name is Sean Combs. That's all his fucking name is. Diddy is Diddler. That's crazy to be that. He was Puff Daddy, which sounds like your dad smokes weed or sucks cock. Every name is kind of told you gay. You know what else is gay? No offense to you two with hair. Combs. Combs are gay. So you know right away that's some bullshit. Yeah. I used to brush them, man. I hire little Vietnamese children to rub my hair. And they do that. I think
Fingers get right between them.
because they're so grubby, like Grubman. So it's not them at all. It's not Lady Gaga. She got to handle her own shit. She's famous, but she's not at the point where she's putting out shit all that. She went through her I'm a whore phase, then she went through like I'm a powerful woman phase, like the Katy Perry cycle, where it's like, hey, I'll kiss a guy and I like it. Now it's like women are powerful, and pretty soon she'll just be doing those Epic commercials like everybody else. You do that circle, but now you're trying to keep people that are up to stay with you a long time still with you. And older people are like, I can't listen to Lady Gaga because I think she's friends with the Diddy man, and he's known for Diddy. So you can't do that anymore. The piece of shit in this story is every other lawyer with Grubman, because they should be like, why the fuck aren't we in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? This is bullshit. Where are your boys? You got yourself in. I get it. You founded it and shit. But you get us into. We can be a band. People wouldn't even know. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young could be Grubman, Sachs, and 2 other Jews. Nobody would even know. Fuck that. Make some noise. Get it in there, Jews. Do it.
Hard to argue with that.
Yeah, for real.
Never argue. I should be a lawyer. Sign me up. Grubman and Oates and other Jews.
Marquis style.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Marquis Salomone. We both be banned in Vermont real quick. No syrup for you. Bobby, you got a story?
Sure. Unless if you have one pressing you'd like to do, but I've got a decent one.
I don't think it's pressing. Okay, so do you want your story or a story about the world's tallest model being ripped off?
Let's go with mine.
Okay.
I think we could save that. It seems evergreen. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because this is one flight story that's bound to leave you speechless. Picture this. Delta Flight 190.
Stop you for 1 second. We did one whole episode earlier today, and then I think Bob, you using AI again to do this?
No, it's all me.
Because this is the 3rd time that in the middle of the story, Bobby goes, picture this. It's like, in the world.
Let me run that back to the top.
I like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because this is one flight story that's bound to leave you speechless. Picture this. Delta Flight 190, an Airbus A350 had just taken off from Atlanta, Georgia, heading to the beautiful city of Barcelona, Spain. The passengers were settling in, enjoying their snacks, when suddenly chaos erupted from the back of the plane. 2 hours into the flight.
Rosa Parks.
No.
I'm dying. Shit.
Rosa Parks, this might have been a more effective Rosa Parks if she had done what this guy's about to do. 2 hours into the flight, an unfortunate passenger experienced what can only be described as mid-air disaster. The individual suffered from a severe bout of diarrhea, which quickly became a biohazard situation.
Oh.
The pungent odor began to spread, causing a ripple of discomfort and panic amongst the passengers. Captain, ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We've encountered an unexperienced situation. Due to medical emergency, we'll be turning around and heading back to Atlanta. Passenger 1. Is this some kind of joke? What's happening? Flight attendant. I'm afraid not, sir. We have a significant biohazard issue. Please remain calm and seated. As the plane made its unexpected U-turn, maintenance crews at Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport were notified and prepared for an intensive cleanup operation. The flight landed back in Atlanta, and the unfortunate passenger, along with everyone else, disembarked. Maintenance worker 1. All right, let's get suited up. This is going to be a messy job. No kidding. I've heard it all over the aisle. Poor folk. I've heard it's all right. Sorry. Maintenance worker 1. All right, let's get suited up. This is going to be a messy job. Maintenance worker 2. No kidding. I heard it's all over the aisle. Poor folks had to endure that for 2 hours. The cleanup process. The cleanup process took a whopping 5 hours. The crew had to replace the entire aisle carpet and thoroughly sanitize the affected area. Meanwhile, the passengers were left waiting. Their travel plans delayed by 8 hours. A passenger said, "I've been on delayed flights before, but this takes the cake." Or should I say, it takes the, well, you get the idea. Finally,
What's the more cake?
it's like one of my punchlines. It doesn't go anywhere.
This one takes a shit. Okay. I guess it works.
Finally, after what must have felt like an eternity, the passengers reboarded the now spotless plane. With a sigh of relief, they took off once more, successfully making it to Barcelona without further incident.
You get to stay on the plane?
I was just thinking that.
Here.
We just left him.
Captain, thank you for your patience, folks. Let's hope for a smoother journey this time. The incident, while unfortunate and rather unpleasant, serves as a reminder of the unexpected challenges that can arise in air travel. So next time you buckle up, remember, sometimes it's not just the turbulence you need to worry about. And in the words of one resilient passenger, it's a story I'll tell for years. Just hope I never have to live through it again. So who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it the gentleman who had such bad diarrhea that it became a dire situation with a biohazard that they had to turn around? Is it the surprisingly resilient maintenance crew who was like, we're going to get this exact plane back out. Not, let's throw this one away and start again. That's what I would do. Pat shits all over my car on the way to begin. Yeah.
We'll just burn it and move on.
I mean, there was poo in the aisle. It's time to start anew, right? It's probably a Boeing. Get rid of it. If Pat diarrhea is all over my
By the way, Boeing, I think you're great. I will never say anything bad about you because I don't want to die.
I was just teasing for a joke. I love you, Boeing.
Boeing,
But if Pat,
oh,
You can kill me. It's fine.
someone's got
I
to.
don't plan on committing suicide. I just need to say that.
He's committing suicide.
we're gonna find Mike with a self-inflicted 9 shotgun wounds.
Yes. A knife in his spine.
Yeah.
Next time I'm going to answer a call, my phone's just going to fucking explode like a law-abiding citizen.
Your phone's going Boeing, Boeing.
But seriously, Pat, if you have diarrhea all over my car,
I'm not going to do that.
we're getting an Uber home and I'm just leaving it wherever.
If I have in your car, I'm just going to use myself.
But if it's all over the aisle,
I'll be like, that's what dog and duck smells like.
Keep
He's
yourself for as long as you can.
dude, if it's in the
I
aisle,
know you're thinking, how is it getting out of his pants getting in the aisle? What is going on?
Yeah, he take his pants off and just shit. It's like,
so
Open up his cheeks. Like, whoa. It's firing.
I just need to relieve the pressure. It's not. I'm not going to shit. I promise.
I believe
Your legs are like, ah.
Pants are too tight.
Release the hounds. It's just firing up.
I believe what happened. I don't know this for certain.
It's like the shiny hallway.
The man farted, or so he thought, and it was just diarrhea running.
Wait, wouldn't it sit in his dumb hands?
But he went to run to the bathroom, so it's pouring out of his pant leg the whole way.
How
back.
much diarrhea? Diarrhea are we talking? What happened?
Insane. Runs.
Clearly a significant amount. Right? Or is it the pilot? Because it is a 10-hour trip to Barcelona by plane. They've traveled to, they traveled back to, so for like 2 more hours, they would have pretty much been there. Pat, you kick it to me first, so I'm going to not do that. I'm going to kick it to Mike. Let him feel special.
I think it's the pilot. I mean, like the guy who had diarrhea should have not shit in the aisle. He should have shit in his own bag or something. But as the pilot should have just kept flying to Barcelona. Fuck everybody. Fuck all the passengers. If I'm driving on a road trip and somebody in the back seat gets sick and like makes a mess of himself, we're gonna roll down the windows and keep driving because I'm not wasting my own fucking time.
Or gas.
Yeah, I can smoke a cigarette and it'll smell better than that in the whole car.
Or an explosion. The wrong one. Little gas going to the asshole. You might fall.
But maybe that's the answer, right? Maybe the pilot is supposed to be like, hey guys, I'm really sorry about the diarrhea smell. here's the like the trade-off. You can all smoke on the plane now. This flight, you guys get to smoke cigarettes or weed on the plane, no questions asked.
It's like, can I hit my wife? I thought we were just changing the
There's
rules.
nothing to smell.
The water's right.
Excellent shit, dude.
Just
Thanks,
lock, you
Diddy.
just lock your 9/11 door. You're like, I can't hear you. They're like, it smells like that back there. People are puking.
Like, why does it say 9/11 door? The little on the nose.
Pat, who's your piece of shit? Other than the literal shit.
My piece of shit. And yes, I think the pilot may have some responsibility, but we don't know pilot law. You know what I mean? I don't know that. Maybe the reason he had to go back is because maybe there is a no cleaning shit rule in other countries are weird. You know what I mean? There's some shit going. We don't know. Maybe you have to get executed if you shit your pants in a plane when you go to certain countries. You have to go back. Maybe they're only allowed to hose shit down in one place. Maybe he's like, it's like sometimes when you want to take a shit, you don't want to go to someone else's house with the shit.
Yeah.
So he feels like he's flying shit somewhere else. He goes, I'll just go back to my place. We'll take care of this quick. So I understand that. It's not the guy who shit his pants. He shit his pants. Like, it sucks. It's the most embarrassing thing that can fucking ever happen. I don't think you said his name, thank goodness. But, like, if they did say his name, his name would be synonymous with shitting your pants. Oh, did you take a Phil Jackson? Like, or whatever. Like, that would suck that you're always that guy. Sorry, Phil Jackson. But, like, it was not him at all. It's plane designs. And I've been saying this for years, actually. So what do they do with most plane shit, right? We always hear this. We don't know it's true. They usually release it out of the plane. It goes flying down to the water or somewhere else. They actually, like a portalet, they dump the shit in the piss in the air, and it drops somewhere to an ocean or an open place. They know where they're going. You're not going to just cart shit poop back and forth. You're not going to do that. So if we're going to do that anyway, and we want to be comfortable as it is, every seat should have a toilet on it. You get a blanket and you take your pants off. And you sit there and you want to get shit, and then what they do, they take a little air freshener. Hear me out. Take a little air freshener for each and everything. So there's a lot. You choose your one, evergreen or fucking mandarin orange or whatever you want to do. And you sit there with a blanket over you. You have PD on, and if you want, because they're giving you apple juice, and booze, and all this weird food, and you just shit, and it just drops straight down. There's no issue there. You gotta poop. What's the worst? Getting up, walking all wobbly, getting in that weird bathroom, falling down, doing shit. So a stewardess can molest you. There's a lot of shit can happen in the bathroom. We've done those stories. You can do that. So just it'd be the ultimate first ass instead of first class. You just a business ass, first ass. It's when you get like first ass, you get like a bidet where blasty, you're all cleaned up. Business, there's toilet paper, it's weird, you gotta get it in there, but there's other shit you gotta do. But that way, if you did that, we don't have these problems. No one's getting up, everyone's comfortable, and more people just end up going to the bathroom before they get on the flight, like you're fucking supposed to. But anyway, I know you're probably thinking as well, Pat, this would be very hard when you're done shitting and not going to the bathroom. You're just sitting on a toilet seat. No. Remember those ones they used to have? They had like the rugs on them and stuff. And you were like, why would you have that? You're going to stand up and piss. You're going to piss all over that rug that's going to stink. No one's standing up to piss here. You're just going to tuck it in and fire. It's perfect. It's comfy. You can heat them for the winter. You can do it all. And it wouldn't cost much. And then the plumbing's right there. You have to say the plumbing on the other thing. And that way also, if you have drugs, you just put it in the toilet and it's gone. So much you can do
Take
here.
it a step further. Now all those fucking Hudson Bays you see, or Hudson Newses, will sell your own heated toilet seat covers. So like the plane can be just plain and barren, and now more people make money off of it.
You could sell more days. I think that you would have to not do any kind of like add-ons, because then now the TSA has to fucking check to see if it's your toilet seat or one you bought there, or if there's any liquid. Like, nah, I just pissed on the top. Like, that's not it. How much piss can I put on the top? Only 2 ounces.
What if people try to masturbate?
Well, I think I'm trying to masturbate the plane then. Here's the big question, Mike. What does that taking a shit on a toilet have to do with masturbating? What's your kink? Well, Pat, whenever I'm taking the shit with my pants off, I'm not jerking it off. So that's got to be kind of.
All I'm saying is like having the opportunity to like take your pants off and put a blanket over yourself on a plane without anybody questioning you, I think would lead some people.
First of all,
to
they're not
I can take this. I mean, like I'm sure it exists, right? But is it like there's not a toilet under every seat?
All right, ready? You ready for this? You want to keep your hands sterile anyway, right? Because you're sitting there on the toilet. It's been done. You're going to clean up. You're not worried about it. So right here, you know how you have that armrest? Now you get your armrest. You can't move them at all. But there's these 2 little like cups like this. And you put your hands in there. And it's a warmer, but it also sanitizes your hands. But when you put your hands in, they stay in like that. And your hands are like that when you're on the plate. It literally lock, but it gently puts a thing over it. So when you have to go back, you're just like dripping on, taking a shit. And when you need to eat, what they do now is because there's shit you touch them anyway, they feed you all kinds of liquids and things through one of those party helmets with the thing on it. And you can put like shakes in there and stuff like that. Yeah, really the classy ones, they just have like minorities feed you grapes. And that's nice anyway. You pay
First
for it.
class only, first class.
First class. Business class, you're not getting grapes for minorities. You feed yourself grapes. But just like this. On a table. Just on the back.
Do we incorporate like bigger, better weight limits on planes now? We have toilets. I feel like you need to lower the threshold now. For
No. Okay, now there's
fat people.
no, now there's a fat people section. So now what you're doing is
Nice.
you're doing that. There's a section back there. No, less fat people can fly together, but it's better for the balance of the plane as it
And
is.
since we'll need less flight attendants, we take one of the gay ones and have them determine who goes in the fat section.
Why do we need less flight attendants for this?
Because you're going to need less people helping people out.
I think if you have to take your pants off and sit there with a blanket over you on a toilet, you're going to need so much more booze than you ever did before. We're going to need so many more because you're going to have a bartender. You're going to have a full-on bartender. There's actually going to be a guy selling opiates. And depositories as well. So, Bobby, who was your piece of shit?
My piece of shit is whoever enabled this man. Somebody along the way saw him eating whatever led to this ridiculous diarrhea and knew he was going to Barcelona the next day and didn't go, no. Now, whether that's the person serving him tacos in Miami, his wife, his significant other, his kids, someone saw this man doing something that was going to lead to these results and allowed it to occur. When I flew back from Myrtle Beach, we went to lunch that day. My mom was like, don't eat anything that'll upset your stomach. You don't want to have diarrhea on a plane. That is the worst hell I could think of. What if somebody was in the bathroom and he had to go to that bathroom? Then he just shit all over the aisle. Is that a possibility? He never even made it to the bathroom?
What if this was a terrorist attack? What if this was somebody who took a person and said, I'm going to kill your family, but unless you do what I tell you. And he just fed him all the kind of Taco Bell and prunes and everything he could. Because you're going to shit your fucking pants on this plane. I need this plane to be delayed 2 hours. We're doing something like a bank heist or some shit where we're out of the thing and we need a delay. How do you get a delay? This is like definitely an Ocean's 11 scenario where they're like sitting there going, first thing is you go in and dress up like a Chinese guy. What? Why don't we just get a Chinese guy? Shut up.
No.
You're Chinese. You're not doing this. Yeah, that's what I do. I'm Danny Ocean. This is my rule. You slow down the plane for 2 hours. How do we do that? Eat Taco Bell. Take a huge shit. The plane. Obviously, planes cannot go to the bathroom in Germany. It's too sexual. When they're in Germany, they have Scheiße bells. They'll have to record you become a star. Well, how do you know this? I talked to the deputy mayor of communications. He was aware of the situation. He knows. Doesn't fuck around. So anyway, we turn around and go back. And then heist. So that's what happened there. So this was a terrorist attack or a bank robbery.
Well, we better get running to go pat Oats Airline. And if anybody has any legal issues with that, hire our attorney, Marcus Alonso.
Well, I'm getting Rob. Fuck you.
Pat, anything you want to plug quickly before we get out of here?
Well, real quick, I think we could do this story real quick. I'd like to do one more. You run, I'll start the story here. Because I kind of like the story. I don't tell you a lot there, but it's fun. And also, this person who wrote this article, I use the New York Post constantly. It's the silliest one.
Yeah.
I don't want to use real notes. It's very silly. But this one, sometimes they just write things you're like, okay, is it a joke or is it real? The world's tallest model and an Olympic medalist hoofs into court. First of all, that's fun. After nude OnlyFans content was stolen. So it's the height of audacity. The world's tallest model and former Olympic medalist claims she lost out a potential $500,000 after her explicit OnlyFans content was stolen and reposted on the social media platform Discord. I didn't say this name. Ekaterina Lasina, who at 6'9" holds the title as world's tallest catwalker from the Guinness Book of World Records. It was once listed as having the world's longest legs. Has gone to court to unmask the online thieves. I'm already going bullshit. World's longest legs because there's NBA players who are 7'4".
Yeah.
So if she's just no torso, it's a neck and legs, and she can do that. But if not, whatever. Everyone can't see it there. Here's a picture of this one.
She's leggy.
She is leggy. Well, she's also just a giant.
She's huge.
I mean, if I didn't know who was transsexual, I'd go, that is. You know what I mean? It just looks like a big old fella. But it's one of the most explicit videos of mine, and that's why it was valuable to see that 36, who's pinned Ooh, pins. It's going like, but this Dave floozy, this good. The pins measure nearly 52 inches long, told the Post. Stolen clip, for which Lucina would charge $36 on OnlyFans, has clocked more than 16,000 views on a Discord forum called Tall Woman Appreciation, she said. Somebody, what is the video where it's costing that much money? It forced me to be more explicit, she said. It forced me to do more because people see this for free because of them. The paid views on OnlyFans started to fall immediately because the video got leaked, said Lucina. By the way, no one go search this right now and give us an update on what's going on with those. But world's tallest model, explicit video. You think you'll be there. Because the video got leaked, Lucina, a former pro basketball player in her native country of Russia, and a member of the country's bronze-winning team in the 2008 Beijing game. That makes sense. I was trying to figure out what Olympic thing was that had basketball, of course. Here's her with a regular-sized human.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Well, I mean, but also he had the goofy giant glasses.
Yeah, he is.
He's like, this isn't a good enough picture. This lady's you. If I be tinier than you, I'm wearing a goofy ass glasses.
Not Jesus Christ, more like Mary Magdalene.
Hey, foul, whore. Lucina believes that these 3 videos and 7 sets of photos were stolen or posted elsewhere in the last 3 months. She joined OnlyFans about 4 months ago, but didn't initially dip her considerable toes into explicit content, said Lucina, who also runs an agency for taller models. What the fuck is that agency? BigBitches.com.
Can you don't?
I started to do OnlyFans just wearing lingerie, she said. But then I was in good shape. I wanted to make more money, so I made the decision to go nude. I do art nudes. I show my whole body naked. Yeah, we get rid of it. I don't do porn, she explained. My income increased at least 5 times, she said. Yeah, because you were nude. The theft was left with her for severe financial hardship, and the judge seeks a judge to force Discord to reveal the identities who stole her clips. She believes the thieves are working for a rival modeling agency, trying to derive. It's
Probably not.
Just some guy that's
Guy
stole
from
your
Reddit,
clips. Yeah, just some guy who's into a tall fetish stole your shit. The issue of online piracy has legs, Weinstein said. Fuck you. There needs to be stricter piracy laws because we're now moving beyond what the scope of what the copyright law was intended for, the attorney noted. Who's the piece of shit in the story? This woman are making a big deal out of this. When people's porn, all OnlyFans get stolen all the time. I don't like admitting to things right here, but hey, this is on Patreon. I don't give a shit. You know what? We might even share this real thing anyway. I'm not going to be the first person ever to put someone's name OnlyFans and leaked. Okay? We've all Googled that, especially when it's a comedian. You know? And you're like, holy shit, there, we can do that. People leak them all the time. Is it right? No. Everything's leaked. We've all watched pirated movies. We've all had bootleg music and all shit. Our comedy gets leaked out and shit like that when you're hiding stuff. Is it her for being that stupid to think that can't fucking happen? You put content on the internet, things might get stolen. Wow, you got naked. That's all you did. I'm not trying to be a dick. There is no talent whatsoever in taking your clothes off. Do it every fucking day. And all of a sudden you're like, I can make $36 a person now because someone gets to see me naked for free. Well, you're a whore. And that's what happens to whores sometimes, especially Russian ones. You're stupid. Is it people who steal the porn and put it out there? Listen, it's got to be a weird life to be like, it's one thing to go, okay, maybe that's this guy really loves the tall lady and want the world to see it. He's showing art off. But in reality, there's a guy out there, there's people that actually know the price of a baby on the black market. And you're not supposed to know that information, but somebody knows it, and that guy's gifted in his one thing. Somebody knows out there exactly where to go to, what OnlyFans that people are going to want, how to steal it and leak it. They don't just leak anybody's. There's waitresses we know during COVID that no one's leaking their shit. No one gives a shit about sagging tits and eating noodles. But they do care about tall Russian Olympian, all that kind of shit being there. Is it people who pay $36 to steal a lady naked? Once again, I never blame a drug dealer. I blame the people buying the drugs. So if she's out there being stupid all the time, but they're paying the money, now she feels like there's a value. If nobody was stealing it, then there isn't an issue and nobody gives a shit. Or is it me, for after our show tonight, I'm going to be looking for this tall lady naked pictures. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Mike, go first.
The author for all of those fucking horrible puns. I think the first one.
Usually that's the New York Post.
Yeah,
they're straight.
The leggy, no, in all seriousness.
Piracy has legs, all that.
Yeah.
Dipping or considerable toes.
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, that irked me more than anyone in the story.
My piece of shit, I want to be very clear about this. Anyone who leaks and looks at leaked OnlyFans videos, like The porn dude, shame on you. Mr. Porn Geek, shame on you. Reddit, OnlyFans advice, shame on you. The porn guy.org, shame on you. The Leaks Bag, lots of shame. And Dude Thrill, shame on you.
Well, I'm happy you kept talking. When you first said anyone who leaks, I'm like, you just told us a story about a man who leaks. Right out of there. If that guy had an OnlyFans, I've never paid for an OnlyFans. I've never really looked at much. Yes, I've seen pictures and Google a leak thing, but I've never subscribed or anything like that nature. It's usually out of curiosity when you hear. So especially like when it's like, oh, porn star has fallen and now they're doing this. Like, oh, okay, let me see how the top times are doing. But I would pay to see this guy running with the shit porn. And I hate shit. But just to see the live, so I had a live video of like how much shit they're really. It sounds like a bit of exaggeration.
And the third time it happened on a Spirit plane, we get to reenact one of my favorite movies. I'm tired of this goddamn shit on this goddamn plane.
Passenger Shitty 7. Always been up. No, to me, the piece of shit in this story is the one. You want attention. This is the greatest way to get attention when you're doing it. None of us knew you existed. Listen, right now, the three of us just learned that there's a world's tallest model. Never even thought of that. We also just learned that this woman is also Russian and a basketball player, has OnlyFans. We know she does news. She said all this information in there. I used to do this, but it wasn't. They paid $36. We all think that might be worth it. Is it great? And she's just a taller lady. I don't understand what it's doing. The boobs are here instead of here. The vagina's here instead of here. That's all it is. But in a picture, it's the same fucking size. It's not lifetime. Unless you're on a fucking giant ass TV and you're watching it out there. It's not any fucking different. It's this woman for duping all of us. Guess who leaked it? She fucking did. That who does that shit all the time. She leaked her shit. Same way with Tommy Lee's dick kept being shown to everyone. Somebody must have stolen this. Fuck you. Tommy Lee's like, you want to see who I fuck? Here's some videos. The girls will be mad, but I need everyone to know how big my dick is because I'm a shitty drummer. And that's exactly what he had to do. So the piece of shit is her and anyone else who pretends like their shit got stolen. They leaked their shit.
No, dude.
On that note, Mike, thank you so much. Tell people where they can follow you.
Follow me on Instagram at Mike.Massaro, Massaro, and that's pretty much it.
Mike performs like all New York, Connecticut, Massachusetts, anywhere they'll give him money, parts of Rhode Island that people don't like, all those kind of things. He's there, so go check him out. Mike's hilarious. And Bobby, you got anything to push?
No, I do not. Other than we pushed it enough, but you're gonna push it.
Not really. This book is Patreon. I don't think it out later, but yeah, my recording for my album is August 8th, 9th, and 10th. 4 shows, one Thursday, Friday, 2 Saturday. Go to comicsroadhouse.com for the tickets and join us and wait and to be there with it. Please, if you haven't liked the videos yet, please like them, subscribe to them, all that stuff, and share them. When you share the videos, you don't know what the fuck's that in the newsfeed, and you check it out. They might watch it. We're very close to being monetized. We just need a couple more hours of views, and we're right there. So, like we said, Terry Nee and all our friends that watch these things all the time help us out. Our buddy Terry Nee, what he does is he leaves the playlist on play on another iPad. So we just get the hours going. So you just keep doing that. If there's someone you don't like, let's say you're taking a 90-hour shit, you have to be on a plane. Just put our playlist on. It's the only thing shittier than your ass. It'll be fine. Mike, thank you so much. Bobby.
If you can't get them to subscribe and pay for it, leak it on your own and claim it was stolen. And don't be a piece of shit.
Boop. Grumpy's a Jew. That's all.